What's up, everybody? Continuing our discussion of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, book by Stephen Covey. Today we're looking at habit number 4, which is think win-win. So we're moving from personal characteristics to dealing with other people. The first 3 habits were more personal, individual, and now we're dealing with other people and things like that. So think win-win. Easier said than done, right? So let's look at, and I'm just going to be kind of reading directly from the book here. He says that there are 5 dimensions of win-win. Character, relationships, agreements, supportive systems, and processes. So first one, character, is the foundation of win-win. Everything else builds on that foundation. And there are 3 character traits essential to the win-win paradigm. First is integrity, right? We've defined integrity in habits 1, 2, and 3. Maturity. He says maturity is the balance between courage and consideration. If a person can express his feelings and convictions with courage, balanced with considerations for the feelings and convictions of another person, he is mature, particularly if the issue is very important to both parties. And the last thing of character has an abundance mentality. Third character trait essential to win-win is abundance mentality, the paradigm that there is plenty out there for everybody. The next sort of dimension of win-win is relationships. So from the foundation of character, we build and maintain win-win relationships. The trust, we're building a trust with people, an emotional bank account, as Stephen Covey refers to it. And this is the essence of win-win. Without trust, the best we can do is compromise. Without trust, we lack the credibility for open, mutual learning and communication and real creativity. But if the emotional bank account, it's referring to sort of the relationship with the other person or group of people, if the emotional bank account is high, credibility is no longer an issue. Enough deposits have been made so that you know and I know that we deeply respect each other. We're focused on the issues, not on personalities or positions. So think about that. How many times do personal positions and personalities and trust issues get in the way of an organization making progress? They're not focused on the issues, they're focused on each other. If the emotional bank account is high, then you can focus on the issues, on the task at hand. Very important. Then we have agreements. From relationships flow the agreements that give definition and direction to win-win. They are sometimes called performance agreements or partnership agreements, shifting the paradigm of productive interaction from vertical to horizontal, from hovering supervision to self-supervision, from positioning to being partners in success. Both parties working towards a common shared goal. And then we have the systems. Win-win can only survive in an organization when the systems support it. If you talk win-win but reward win-lose, you've got a losing program on your hands. You basically get what you reward. If you want to achieve the goals and reflect the values in your mission statement, then you need to align the reward system with these goals and values. If it isn't aligned systematically, you won't be walking your talk. You'll be in the situation of the manager mentioned earlier in the book who talked cooperation but practiced competition. He mentions a leader earlier in the book where they're setting up something to be a cooperation, but in actuality, it turns into competition. And then the last, we have systems. Then processes is the final dimension to the win-win process. Processes. There is no way to achieve win-win ends with win-lose or lose-win means. You can't say you're going to think win-win whether you like it or not. So the question becomes how to arrive at a win-win solution. And it gives an example here, but it says, let's see. He gives a 4-step process here. First, so this is how I'm going to wrap up the video. It's probably the most important part of the video here. First, see the problem from the other point of view. Really seek to understand and to give expression to the needs and concerns of the other party as well as or better than they can themselves. Second, identify the key issues and concerns, not positions involved. So identifying issues and concerns, not positions of authority involved. Third, determine what results would constitute a fully acceptable solution. Kind of like beginning with the end in mind. We're determining what results would be an acceptable solution. And fourth, identify possible new options to achieve those results. How are we going to make a win-win situation that's going to achieve the results that we want? So that is habit number 4, think win-win.